know, the Supreme Court ruled Monday for the Trump administration and agreed U.S. immigration agents may stop and detain anyone they suspect in the U.S. illegally based on little more than working at a gas station, at a restaurant, at a car wash, speaking Spanish, or having brown skin. That is all they need. If you speak Spanish or have brown skin, you are in danger. My family's in danger. And we have to step up. We have to be the change. We have to spread the word. Make sure to keep your family as safe as you can, let them be informed, and that's the best that we can do.
And I do hope that all you Latinos for Trump never have a day of peace now that the Supreme Court has made it legal for ICE to stop you based on your race. Some of you are darker than me. Some of you look more paisa than me, and I hope you get stopped. And I hope you get frisked. I hope that in some cases, some people have shown their IDs, their real IDs and stuff like that, and the ICE officers should say that this is fake, and they apprehend them anyways. I hope that happens to every last one of you. I hate you.
Latinos for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your act. I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. Nobody goes low, I'll go lower. Now, with that being said, I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members, whether that be their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Angel, this is extreme, and I agree, but extreme problems call for extreme solutions. And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this, but you can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump. And before all of the Latinos for Trump come at me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile.
I got deported because I voted for Donald Trump. Now everybody's getting deported because they voted for Donald Trump. Yes, they're getting deported, but they all voted for Donald Trump.
All right, black women, this still ain't our fight. This is not our fight, because we told them, okay? Remember, Latinos for Trump.
They are being starved. They are thirsty, only given 1 cup of water per day, are denied bathroom privileges, are denied medical attention. People in ICE concentration camps are losing their lives. And don't even think about saying FAFO, fuck around and find out, to these people in ICE detention centers. It is a shame that members of the black community started the trend, and so many other people followed. This is an updated voting poll. Brown people voted for Kamala Harris more, but you fall for the colonizers' divisive tactics, the inaccurate voting polls, the initial propaganda. It is immature and immoral to be centering that type of behavior in response to a community that is being mass deported in prison and concentration camps and tossed out of the country to who knows where without any rights or contact to any lawyer or family. When we should be focused on solidarity, and this has to stop immediately. Especially those of you who claim to be activists perpetuating this FAFO-BS nonsense.
Shouts out to Aaliyah, because this is where it was on her page when I first saw this lady, this Mexican lady, and then I went to her page and she doubled down and literally said that they helped us during the Civil War, which is a lie, and the Mexicans helped free the slaves. First of all, Mexico.
This lady, she talks honestly, like, whoa, okay, one moment. So this video was sent by you. So if you're new on this channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Do not forget to turn the post notification on. By itself, this video, it's already crazy. I know where it's going. Well, we have Latino. I think this is the old one that happened in October, just 3 months ago, and it's really hot. It's a topic that we still need to talk about it. So let's go.
Slavery themselves that wasn't abolished until 1829 or 1830 or somewhere around there. And the president that abolished slavery in Mexico was Afro-Indigenous. I don't know why they keep leaving that part out. He looked more like a negro than he looked like. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And when we were down there, we was fighting beside them. We was helping to protect their borders. They conveniently leave that out. All the civil rights, nobody that was not fighting with us for civil rights. Is a lie and a scam, not as a collective. And they know a lot of them are anti-black. It is so crazy that they keep blaming us. First of all, we've been saying fuck around and found out, just like we've been saying a whole bunch of other shit that they co-opt and steal and turn into something else. Fuck around and found out never really had no political meaning. That's just how black people talk. Bitch, fuck around and find out. That's how we talk. Why do they keep blaming us and censoring us when we are not the ones that's putting them in concentration camps? We do not yield, nor do we hold the power to deport them. They are focusing on the wrong people. Why y'all not mad at MAGA? Why y'all not sticking it to the white man? I mean, we just got to call it a spade a spade. It's so weird that the Mexican and the Latino community keeps coming for black people. It's because we're not putting our bodies, we're not sacrificing our bodies and going and running out and standing on the front lines. Is that what it is? Why they got so much animosity toward us like we're the ones that's doing this to them? We're not inflicting any pain on you. And as per Aaliyah's video, because I never saw that initial video, she played a video of a bullhead clear guy coining fuck around and find out for political purposes. Once again, stealing our shit, renaming, reclassifying it, giving it a different meaning. We're not making fun of y'all like that. We really ain't. We don't give a... It's unfortunate, but stop blaming. You're pointing.
Hey y'all, I've already seen a mass amount of people blaming all Latinos for the Trumpian win, particularly those that voted in Florida and Pennsylvania, but I want y'all to know that Mexican people demographically do not typically vote for Republican. It is actually typically Cubans and other Central Americans. This is courtesy of Pew Research Center. As you can see here, Cubans typically are the ones who vote for the GOP, and Mexican people typically tend to vote for the Democratic Party. This is because Cubans live in a country that is heavily sanctioned by the United States, and as a result, it is very impoverished. But the Cubans who migrate here are under the impression that the reason that their country is in shambles is because of socialism. So they fundamentally oppose any policies that are beneficial to the general public because they are afraid of communist policy. And it's important to get specific because there are many different ethnic groups inside of the Latino community, and that includes Black people. There are Haitians who are Latinos, and don't y'all forget,
Latinos that voted for Trump because of the economy.
I'm sorry, Andre.
How's it going?
President Trump, we love you. We will support you all the way to the end. Thank you for everything you've been doing.
We have a message for you, President Trump, from all the way down from the RGV 956. Latinos for Trump here representing. We've been with you since 2016. Co-founded Latinos for Trump. We pray for you, and it's time to what? Finish.
I am in so much shock with the amount of Latinos for Trump that are now coming out saying we feel so backstabbed, we feel so betrayed, we feel used now that our families are being deported even though they're not criminals. You didn't feel that way when Donald Trump was talking about the Mexican families that he was going to be deporting. You didn't feel that way when he spoke about other minority groups that he was going to be deporting. But now that it's affecting your family, your uncle, your cousin, now you want to cry about it? Now you want to cry crocodile tears? Girlfriend, I don't feel bad for you.
Latinos, you can scream MAGA all you want, vote red, only speak English, even call ICE yourself, but you will never be the exception. You will never be white, and it's not going to stop you from getting racially profiled.
Latino for Trump. I will vote. Yeah, for Donald Trump.
It's really funny to see all of these Latinos for Trump, furious online.
I'm Latino, I voted for Trump, and no, I'm not apologizing. And yes, I voted for this.
A lot of Latinos in 2024 went to the polls wanting to change. We listened to Donald Trump say he was going to fix the immigration. He said he was going to secure the border. Well, now the border's secure, and we're not getting a solution here. So there's a lot of disenfranchised voters who are disappointed that they voted for this administration, and now we're not getting what we thought we voted for. So I'm getting that, not just my feeling, but a lot of my fellow conservative Hispanics are really concerned that this is going to hurt all up and down the ticket. Hispanic voters, like all Americans, want action. Work permits for immigrant workers, pathway to citizenship for dreamers. Ignoring this moment hurts communities, weakens the workforce, and risks the economies.
I think for me, you just want to be fair, man. If you came here illegally, he would treat you as an illegal person. If you came here legally, then he would treat you as a legal person. So I don't think that he has any problem to do with general population, like all of you guys are like that. No. Let me know in the conversation down below, because I feel like I'm tripping right now. You guys have been going on my comments talking about I don't know the history. I went to school for that. I did some classes on that, but you guys pretend to be the most knowledgeable person. So let me know in the conversation down below.
From Miami, I don't know how to feel about Cubans being in their find out era, because they took over Miami, and it was to the point where you couldn't even find a job unless you spoke Spanish. And even if you spoke Spanish and you wasn't Cuban, you wasn't getting that job. And I give them a lot of credit, because before their family or friends would leave Cuba, they would already have a job, a car, and a place to stay by the time they reached Miami. They really set up their people very, very well. Even had a wet foot, dry foot policy. Where they messed up at was thinking that they thought becoming a Republican was gonna make them turn. And the whole time they're speaking Spanish. And a majority of them didn't even bother to learn English, but yet they thought they were. And my main question is, what is the difference between Fidel Castro and 45? Until then,
This message is for Cubanos for Trump. Took away your parole program. Cubans, Nicaraguans, Venezuelans, and Haitians. He just took it away from you. We are officially in fuck around and find out season. Welcome to episode 1.
Did you know that Cuban deportees, especially the ones that are political dissidents and the ones seeking asylum in the U.S., face a significant risk of torture when they come back to Cuba? So when we ask ourselves, when will Latinos for Trump open their eyes, specifically the Cuban ones? The answer is they never will. And there's no better example than the Cuban for Trump than El Funky. He's a Cuban rapper that's currently facing deportation and possible imprisonment in Cuba since his music helped fuel anti-government protests in Cuba. Someone that's been really silent about this case is self-hating Marco Rubio, a Cuban himself. It's a perfect illustration of how much Marco Rubio has changed up during the Trump presidency. Even just a year ago, I'm sure Marco Rubio would have been the loudest person about this case. It's also a crazy example of how much Trump has changed up about Cuban immigration policies. For decades, the U.S. has rolled out the red carpet for Cubans, despite Trump refusing to help these Cubans who have overwhelmingly voted for him. They are still very much pro-Trump, including the rapper El Funky. Talk about fucking around and never finding out.
Make no mistake, RFK Jr. and this administration are coming for people with autism. Their plan, by this whole speech the other day, is setting the groundwork to justify removing these children from schools, removing them from the workplace, removing them from our society in general. Now, he's calling it a disease. It is a spectrum disorder, and people are all along that spectrum. But he's basically lumping everyone into the very high needs class where he's saying, you can't use the bathroom by yourself, you'll never have a job, you'll never pay taxes, you'll never date, you'll never have kids, so why are you even here? Guess what? That's the same logic the schmazzies used against people with disabilities. Want to know what they did to them? Do you really want to know?
Tell me.
They didn't exist. And if you were a low support needs individual, but say you had a mental illness like anxiety or depression, you know what they did to you if you could reproduce, if you were a woman? They would sterilize you because they didn't want you infecting the gene pool. This is what the administration has planned. I can almost guarantee that. And this rhetoric that we're hearing from RFK Jr. Make no mistake, RFK Jr. and this administration are coming for people.
This is so crazy that we voted for Trump.
Latinos for Trump are in their find out stage after learning that people that look just like them are being targeted for no reason other than their skin color. Now they've taken to social media crying, regretting their decision.
This is so crazy that we voted for Trump. We trust him with the words that he promised us Latinos. This is crazy that starting next week, multiple cities will be hitting.
So now I'm seeing all these videos of Mexican Americans crying about how they regret voting for Trump. And honestly, I can't feel bad for you. Because when we told you this would happen, you didn't listen. When it was just theoretical, it was easy to ignore. But now that your undocumented family is at risk, now that your kids are being targeted or the kids in your circles, now that they're coming for you, now it's a problem. Listen, I get it. I have family who voted for him too, and I won't lie, it makes it very hard to process. It sometimes even makes it hard to talk to them because how am I supposed to be okay with that? I have undocumented family. I have a trans sibling. Trump's policies directly hurt people I love. So when I see our own people supporting him, it feels like a slap in the face. And I keep asking myself, why? How did this happen? This man called Mexicans rapists. He bragged about deporting families. He made racial profiling and hate cool again. And still, some of you voted for him. And now, reality is hitting. Oklahoma just passed a law requiring parents to prove citizenship to enroll their kids in school. Texas is next. Who do you think they're coming for? Like undocumented Europeans, Latinos. And now some of you are shocked. What did you think was gonna happen? That they'd make an exception for you? That you're somehow a good immigrant? That Trump actually cared about Latinos? Be serious. I know some of you are gonna defend your stance with like, well, my family voted for him because they don't like socialism. They care about small businesses. They're conservative, they're religious. Okay, but at what cost? At the cost of our people being deported? At the cost of our kids being denied education? At the cost of our community being unsafe? And so now you're feeling the consequences and you want us to feel sorry for you. No. I'm saving my sympathy for the people who didn't vote against their own families. It's exhausting. We tried to tell you, but if you voted for Trump and regret it, sit with that, reflect on it, because the rest of us, we saw this coming. Please don't share any hate, not even towards Latinos who voted for Trump. This is just my personal view and my frustration about this entire situation.
Asimismo, Trump acaba de ganar la primaria de Carolina del...
Amen. President Trump, we love you. We will support you all the way to the end. Thank you for everything you've been doing.
We have a message for you, President Trump, from all the way down from the RGV 956. Latinos for Trump here representing. We've been with you since 2016. Co-founded Latinos for Trump. We pray for you, and it's time to what? Finish the wall! 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 Finish the wall!
Trump 2024, man. We have to protect this country.
I'm Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump.
America will no longer tolerate illegal immigration.
3 weeks later.
Under this president, you will be detained and you will be deported.
Meanwhile,
Yes! Mr. Trump! We love you!
You probably read about Colombia 2 days ago. They said, no, we're not taking them. I said, we're going to take them. You're going to take them. You're going to like it too.
24 hours later.
When President Trump swiftly directed his team to issue harsh and effective sanctions and tariffs on the Colombian government, upon hearing they were denied a U.S. military aircraft full of their own citizens who were deported by this administration. Within hours, the Colombian government agreed to all of President Trump's demands, proving America is once again respected on the world stage.
We love you! All the way to the White House!
I swear to you, I think she's totally beautiful and great. I never met her before, I swear.
So, to foreign nationals who are thinking about trying to illegally enter the United States, think again.
This message goes to anybody that is in law enforcement, border patrol, ICE agents. The MAGA Latino community stand by you. We are proud of you, 100%. That is why we gave the vote to President Trump, a president that actually protects the country and the men and the women that risk their life every single day defending it.
Really?
We saw how the Biden administration treated each and every single one of you. Dehumanizing you, blaming you for everything, calling you guys racist, putting your lives even more at risk by an open border, especially all the MAGA Latinos in border states. Here in Texas, we saw how hard y'all fought every single day without the Biden administration, without the federal government's support. The fact that Greg Abbott, our governor here in the state of Texas, had to sue the Biden administration because they didn't have your backs. They didn't send any resources. They knew that people were getting struck every single day by the Mexican cartels and foreign terrorists and people that were wanting to take the lives of the Border Patrol agents and anyone at the border, and Biden did nothing. MAGA Latinos are very smart. We understand that the Democrat versus Republican is nothing more and nothing less than emotional communist wanting to destroy this country versus intelligent America first priorities. We are intelligent. MAGA Latinos know that for decades, Democrats' main strategy has always been to get emotion out of voters, out of the Hispanic Latino communities here in this country, saying ICE agents are out to get you because they're racist, they don't like your brown skin, they don't like Mexico, and this and that, all emotion based to get us to hate a safe border and the men and women protecting it, versus the Republican Party, which is saying we don't care what you look like, where you're from, we want American lives to be protected, and we want to know who comes in and who comes out. Also, MAGA Latinos are very smart. They understand those tactics don't work with people that actually want to prioritize a safe country, safe from fentanyl, human trafficking, child trafficking, gun trafficking. The border is way more than the Democrat media will ever get us to believe. The Democrat media only focuses on racism and stolen land, which is all emotion-based and no facts. Whereas the Republican Party with MAGA and President Trump are about statistics, about truth, about facts, what really goes on in the border, the cartels, terrorists, human trafficking, drug trafficking, so much endangerment to American families. And we have seen all the danger that has happened to us because of the Biden administration and open borders with over 5-10 million illegal immigrants or whatever the number may be. So officers, on behalf of all the MAGA Latinos here in this country and all that are for America first, thank you. God bless you. Gracias, amigos. We stand by you.
That's surprising, and that was 6 days ago, and today it's January 21st. Woo!
In 2019, my parents lost my childhood home. My dad was 4 when he migrated to the States from Mexico, and this was his dream home. I had no intention on getting emotional during this post, but this home was also my mom's dream come true. We built so many memories there. We had our family over constantly. My friends were always there. It was just the spot to go and hang out and feel safe and feel like you're home no matter who you were. The feeling of losing it was the worst feeling ever. I remember leaving my home and walking down the stairs for the last time and thinking that I never want anyone in my bloodline to feel this kind of devastation, essentially, again. And I didn't want it for anyone else. I was 19 when this happened. I'm 31 now, and since then I've worked my ass off. I didn't want this to happen again. I've made smarter decisions.
Great.
I've done my research. I've really been clear on the places I gotta go. I've interviewed people to see what mistakes they've made and how I can learn from them.
Wow.
I remember how excited I was whenever Obama took office. I was like, we got our first black president and he's so fucking generous. Like, oh my God. And it was my first year like going to college, and I was like, this is so freaking awesome. Who knew what was going on behind the scenes? But now that I'm in my 30s, I see that there was just so much more to it. It was supposed to be my first year in college, and I got into a really great school, but I couldn't go because financial aid didn't cover it. My parents made too much, but yet didn't have enough to send me to school. So I got 0. And guess what? I didn't qualify for healthcare either. That was a shit show. And I was getting taxed on not having healthcare as well. I never wanted to fucking listen to my dad. Like, if you knew me when I was 18, 0 fucks given, listen to nobody. I only listen to myself. I make my own rules, make my own decisions, still to this day.
Now you're 30.
But back then, I was hard-headed as fuck. And so finally, I saw that my family wasn't the only one going through these hard times. And I started asking questions. We were in a recession. I had no idea what the fuck that even was. I felt clueless and I hated it. So I decided to shut my mouth and listen and learn. I was wrong about a lot of things, and that's okay. That's totally okay.
It's okay.
It was really hard for me to admit at first, hey, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That was really hard.
I know.
But I had to swallow my pride and my ego and say it. I finally realized that the financial situation of everyone in the United States of America depends on who's in office. And that's when I decided that I was going to really dive in and be a full-blown conservative. Not just did this align with my morals and values of being Mexican American, but it made sense financially for me and my family.
That's good.
That's why I'm voting for Trump, y'all. It's not because I'm a bigot. It's not because I'm a fucking racist. That's disgusting. Get that out of my face. It's because I really, really care for people and I care for my family.
Her comment section is off, by the way, so
I'm gonna be the one to say this and I'll take the backlash, but some people in our Latino community están pero rete pendejos. And I'm gonna give you an example. There's this video of this Latino dude in North Carolina. His name is Willie, out here crying on camera because ICE pulled up on him after he voted for Trump. I swear to God, Latino Trump voters gotta have a special mental condition going on, thinking that we're gonna get honorary whiteness just because they voted for Trump on election day. Like, bro, como te explico? Your accent is deeper than the Grand Canyon, and you really thought Trump was gonna look at you and say, oh, no, not him. He's one of the good ones. Yeah, they didn't. Instead of that, DHS rolls out Operation Charlotte's Web on November 15th, 2025. And I know what you're thinking. Charlotte's Web, isn't that the Piggy movie? Sounds friendly, right? Wrong. It's an immigration crackdown. They said they were going after the worst of the worst, the criminal illegal aliens. Same shit they always say. And Willie is shocked Pikachu face. He's like,
he said he go to catch the delinquentes, criminals. Yeah, and right now he don't follow the criminals. He go to specific to Latino people. Why Latino people? Because in the last Saturday example, behind to me, I see the white people, the black people, and some people, Indian people, and Chinese people, and me. The DHS come specific to me.
yeah, no shit, Sherlock. We've been telling you this. This man is acting like the government did a surprise twist ending. Like, bro, this is not a plot twist. It was literally in the trailer. And he says he regrets voting for Trump 100%. He's like...
And Willie, you told me that you voted for President Trump in 2024. Do you regret that decision? ¿Te arrepientes esa decisión?
Yes, 100%.
Why do you regret that decision?
That's because it's nothing that's true. It's not true.
And honestly, I feel bad for him as a human, pero como comunidad latina, muchos están bien rete pendejos.
Muchos están bien.
They really thought Trump was gonna deport those other Latinos coming in. Literally, you're closing the door on the people coming after you, thinking you're the white man's favorite minority.
Mucho bien. See?
I'm Hispanic!
Latinos, you can scream MAGA all you want, vote red, only speak English, even call ICE yourself, but you will never be the exception. You will never be white, and it's not going to stop you from getting racially profiled. Who said that? Who said that?
She's a comedian, I know her.
Latinos for Trump voted for Obama in 2008. Latinos for Trump voted for Obama in 2012. Latinos for Trump voted for Hillary in 2016. Latinos for Trump voted for Biden in 2020. And this past year, Latinos for Trump finally voted for Trump. Under Obama, we got a health care reform where Latinos would get punished if they did not have health insurance. $2,000 a pop. Instead of health care reform, they could have done immigration reform, but they chose not to. Latinos were just not a priority. The Latinos for Trump voted for Joe Biden. Joe Biden simply opened the borders for everyone, forgot about the people that were already here, welcomed a whole bunch of people in, and rolled out the red carpet, gave them luxury hotels, gave them thousands of dollars per person for food stamps, and didn't do absolutely anything for the people that were here already. So it was time to shock the system. Latinos for Trump voted. They decided no longer are we going to be not heard. I can 1,000% guarantee you the Democratic Party today is really interested in Latinos again. They got to earn our vote. We've been forgotten for too long. Hopefully we get an immigration reform where we vet the people that come in and we get enough people in so that the produce doesn't go to waste, so we can keep America fed. People could have a better life.
Where are you going? Are you traveling? Where are you traveling? Are you going back to Mexico or something?
For the Hispanic, Latino, minority Trump voter who thinks they're all set, what do you think denaturalization means?
For those of you who don't know, don't worry. I'll interpret it for you. It's the removal of citizenship. Yeah, Congress can do that. So for a lot of you Latinos that think that because you're naturalized, you're safe, no, you can lose your citizenship. And deportation is immediate once that happens. And that's Stephen Miller, the white supremacist they've always had a plan. Again, the Republican Party is the party of white supremacy. They've always had a plan to use their vote, and once they get the vote of the Latinos that are foolish enough to vote for them, then they discard you. They don't want immigrants here. Even if you're naturalized or have citizenship, it's never been about being here legally. It's about stripping your rights away so that you're not part of the equation and you're not at that table. You fucked around and now you're gonna find out. Que tengamos un día.
Do you guys remember this lady? Well, I'm trying not to laugh. This is her now.
¡Hola, usted!
It's been happening frequently at the 333 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet Correa's husband was detained this week. According to her immigration lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite removal.
They voted for Donald Trump. Donald Trump deport. You heard that right, guys. Janet Correa, the famous Trump singing lady, has had her husband detained by ICE. And not only that, but he got put on expedited removal. They want him out of the US. They don't want him. But of course, we've been telling them this all along. They don't want you, bro. Also, do you remember the time I went viral because I told people to call ICE on Latinos for Trump and the family members of Latinos for Trump? It looks like it's happening, and I couldn't be happier. You reap what you sow, and I stand by what I say. But anyways, play silly games, get silly prizes. Let me know what you guys think.
Miren lo que dijo este latino que votó por.
Let me just say that for all the Latinos for Trump that tienen el nopalote en la frente, that thought that they weren't going to be affected by the chaos that he's causing, good luck, because now, thanks to racial profiling, I hope they detain y'all para que vean lo que se siente. That's what y'all get for you turning your back on our community.
They are dumping them in the ocean. They are dumping them in the ocean.
Latinos, you can scream MAGA all you want, vote red, only speak English, even call ICE yourself, but you will never be the exception. You will never be white, and it's not going to stop you from getting racially profiled. Who said that?
I've been saying he's going to do this.
But we also have a lot of bad people that have been here for a long time. People that whack people over the head with a baseball bat from behind when they're not looking and kill them. People that knife you when you're walking down the street. They're not new to our country. They're old to our country. Many of them were born in our country. I think we ought to get them the hell out of here too. You want to know the truth. So maybe that'll be the next job that we'll work on together.
If you told me 6 months into 2025, we'll...
Oh no, the leopards are eating my face. How could I have ever thought the leopards would eat my face? Trump supporters are in the find out stage. A record number of Latino men who voted for Trump are now finding out that Republicans are openly talking about putting them in concentration camps. You're just finding that out now? Also, patients are complaining about their benefits being cut after voting for the guy who's cutting their benefits. Take a look at this post right here. I know we try to keep a lot of politics out of this subreddit. I just don't have anywhere else to rant about it. If you're a patient of mine, this is coming from a doctor, by the way. If you're a patient of mine and you're wearing a freaking MAGA hat and complaining about Medicare benefits being on the chopping block, I have a lot of trouble feeling sorry for you. I'll still give you the best care that I can, but I am not going to feel sorry for you. Taking a look at this Reddit thread about the record number of Latino men who voted for Trump.
Latinos for Trump.
Definitivamente increíble el número de latinos que votaron.
Hialeah, Miami, mi gente latina, what's up? I want to first and foremost say
a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
I find it funny.
We're getting there. No, a lot going on.
This message is for the Latino community, but a very specific portion of them. If you're Latino and you voted for Trump, I hope you have a terrible day. Fuck you.
Imagine being so hateful and so racist that you vote for your own mass deportation. Bananas.
Oh man, we got some immigration officers coming.
How's it going, officer? Registration, please.
Oh yeah, of course, officer. Here. Yeah, my name is John. Here, I'm American.
Let me see.
I voted for Donald Trump.
Where are you coming from?
I was just working, you know what? I was working in these apartment complexes. There's a lot of immigrants.
Be quiet, you look very illegal too.
Sir, I voted for Donald Trump. My name is John Rivers.
Your name is not John Rivers.
Sir, that's John Rivers.
Juan Rios.
Yeah, but Juan Rios is my Mexican name. I'm
You're
American.
Gonna have to get out the car.
Sir, I'm American.
Gonna have to get out the
I
car.
voted for Donald Trump. Are you kidding me? This is unfair.
No llores, vato. Latino.
Help me! Help me!
Wow, that's wild.
Whoa, what is that? Is that a MAGA hat? Yeah. Who are you voting for? Aren't you Mexican? Yeah. He hates Mexicans. What? He wants to deport you and your family. Ice, ice, baby. You're uncultured. Stand up for your people.
I just watched a video, and it was really hard to watch. It was a woman who was explaining to us why she voted for Trump. And I get it. And so the breakdown is her daughter really likes cheese and crackers and pepperoni for a snack. And she buys these little cheese trays that have the cheese all pre-sliced. It looked like it was maybe Colby Jack or cheddar combo. And God, I don't even know if I can talk about it, but she packed her daughter's lunch this morning for a snack after, and
yeah, what's going on?
She was wanting to eat a little piece of cheese herself, but she had to count the cheese. She had to count the cheese. She had to count the cheese. She just wanted to give her daughter a snack, and she can't even eat one slice of her pre-cut, pre-packaged Colby Jack cheese.
So what the joke? She's a Latino?
I wanted to do a quick follow-up video from my previous video. Apparently this thing went way bigger than I thought it was going to. I'm just a guy who was on here ranting and venting my frustrations, but apparently, some people saw my video and it caused a little bit of anxiety for them, and I just wanted to come on here and clear a few things up. People were on here telling me that's just your opinion, and this. Well, of course it's my opinion. It's my opinion based on things that I've heard that man say, and the people who are surrounding him, things that they've said. So I don't know what's going to happen. All the things that I said, those are just possible scenarios, right? So to the people who became anxious and scared and everything, I apologize. That was not my intent, right? My message kind of got a little sidetracked there when I was doing the video.
What's the point?
The message was to the Latinos that voted for Trump, and the whole point of the message was that their selfishness is going to could possibly cost people some pain and suffering. From what the man is saying, we know that he's going to try to deport the people who are here illegally.
Yeah.
And from the other things that they're saying, they are looking into trying to find ways to get other people out of here. How they're going to determine who they get rid of and who they don't, I don't know. I have no idea. My intent was to pass along.
I think mainly the people that are actually committing crimes, unless you guys have any other evidence in the comment section down below, let me know.
Information so that people don't get caught by surprise, right? And I got a lot of comments from people saying, oh, they can't do that. We have one of the safest citizenship, paths to citizenship than any other country. And I agree, we do. But for those of you that say it can't happen, I want you to look up two things. These things happened in the 1930s and the 1950s. After the Great Depression, the United States wanted to implement a program called the New Deal. That New Deal was going to give people money to try to help them get back on their feet. It was going to cost a lot of money to do that. So the government, in their infinite wisdom, decided that in order to save a little bit of money, they would deport Mexicans so that it wouldn't cost them so much. And they deported migrants and legal American citizens.
Whoa.
Then in the 1950s, they did it again. It was called Operation Wetback.
So they can still do
Do
that.
a quick search on deportations during the New Deal and Operation Wetback. In both of these instances, they deported American citizens, people who were born here. So I get it that you're saying, oh, the president can't change the law, the president can't do this, it takes an act of Congress. I get it. But they don't have to change the law to deport you. It's like kidnapping, right? They pick you up, throw you on a truck, take you to the airport, put you on a plane,
go
out of here. Next thing you know, you're in a country that you're not familiar with.
Right?
It can happen. Is it going to happen? I don't know. That was my speculation based on what he's saying. Right? But Trump has made a lot of promises that he didn't keep. Right? If we're all lucky, this doesn't happen. But it can happen. And if you're relying on the fact that there's a law that says they can't deport you, and you're comfortable with that, that's fine. Live your life and be fear-free and anxiety-free and go on living your life. I was just trying to pass along information to people. Did I do it in the best possible way? No, I didn't. I told you my language was going to be, a little salty. People, the DMs were crazy. Like I said, I didn't expect it to get this big. But people were telling me, you're not going to get your message across talking to people that way. And I get it. It was just me ranting. Right? And I wanted people to be aware of what's going on. Because if you don't know what's going on, you could get caught up in this, right?
Yeah.
My anxiety level is, it's there. I mean, I know it can happen. What are the odds? Well, probably not very high, but it's a possibility. So I was just trying to pass a message along, some information to people. If you got scared or worried, that was not my intent, and I apologize for that. And
very cool dude.
People who, DM me directly and, had nasty comments and things like that. Hey, look, if it hit a nerve, that's on you. It's not on me. You can call me stupid. You can call me, Mexican and tell me go back to Mexico and whatever. Doesn't matter. Water off a duck's back. I don't care. My intent was to tell people that their selfishness is going to cost everybody, not just them. That was the entire point of my message. Could I have done it better? Yes. I fucked up.
It started raining, sir. I can feel it.
It went way bigger than I expected it to. To the people that passed the message along, thank you, because the only thing I was trying to do was get the word out to other people. My intent was not to scare people. That never played a part in it. I was simply trying to help out people who could get caught up in this, And is it going to do any good? I don't know. I really don't know if it's going to do any good.
Thank you so much, sir. I'll pass on the next one. Oof, that was a crazy story.
Latina pro Trump.
The Latinos that voted for Trump.
Bueno, para los que no vieron las noticias.
Old Trump is trying to make good on his campaign promises by making nightmare cabinet appointments. But what's good for the white MAGA is not good for MAGA.
I married a Trump supporter, and this is how it went. Before I go into the story, I want to preface by saying that I believe there is a difference between a Trump supporter and a Republican. He would constantly say things like, build the wall. Even after I told him how hurtful and disrespectful hearing that was, because I came from a family of immigrants. Because of this experience that I had with my ex, being a Trump supporter is a deal breaker for me. The main reasons for this is because anytime me and my ex argued, he was always threatening to call ICE on my family. And the relationship was very abusive, but I stayed because of these threats. I felt guilty a lot of the times for putting my family at risk. He consistently used me as an example as to why he's not racist because he married a Mexican. He basically treated me as an exception. One time we were at his family's house, and his Trump-supporting family cornered me and harassed me about my political views. And I actually mean I was in a corner like this and I had like 3 females in front of me arguing with me. He watched this happen and didn't do anything about it. And it was not one of those healthy political discussions. They were literally hounding me. Just because he married me does not mean he respected me. I come from a town that I would say is predominantly conservative. Back then, I wasn't as outspoken as I am now because I was still in the town at the time, and I did have a fear of speaking out because of how aggressive they were. Has anyone had similar experiences like these? And I know you might be wondering,
You put too much painting on your face. Can you remove that? It looks great though.
So this Latina who is a Trump supporter got deported from Mexico back to the US, and I want to use this video to show y'all, no matter how hard you try, you will never be white. And I say that because she made videos going, oh look, people are making too big of a deal about Trump and the deportations. He's only going after criminals. If you want to be here, you should do it the right way. Then she goes to Mexico, gets stopped by authorities. While she's coming back from a concert, they check her papers and then they deport her. Now, they deported her because she overstayed her visa. I know some people are like, well, you should have done it the right way. Calm down. Let's just give her a little grace here. She's not a criminal. Sure, she has ideologies you don't agree with, but she wasn't committing any crimes. She was down in Mexico partying it up. Now, this is where the you'll never be white part comes in. There's over 1 million undocumented white people living in Mexico. They are taking advantage of the system. They're not paying taxes. They're down there just partying it up. And like advocates in Mexico have been saying, that authorities don't go after white people, they actually go after brown people. So you were racially profiled in a country that you were trying to get dual citizenship for. So if you were racially profiled in Mexico, what do you think is gonna happen to you in the US when Trump comes into office? Because there are at least 500,000 white people undocumented in the US and they're never bothered. Because I need you to remember that the immigration system was never set up to hurt white people, it was set up to hurt people of color globally. Our movements are constantly restricted, while white people are never bothered when they do the same thing we do. So as much as you say, oh, well, if you want to come to this country, you have to do it the right way. It is not about doing it the right way. It is always, the immigration system has always been about hurting black and brown people, no matter where we are in the world. So please keep thinking how you're safe now that you're in the US, back in your home country. They don't see you as a US citizen either. They want to take away your citizenship. They want to denaturalize people. So please, let's get rid of that colonized mind, because this immigration system was never made for us. So this Latina who is...
So the Latino voters are now saying that they regret voting for Donald Trump. But here's the thing. They shouldn't be surprised. So there was a focus group that was conducted by the Bulwark that found that 7 Latino voters from swing states like Nevada, Colorado, Florida, New Jersey, and Virginia all admitted that they regret their 2024 Trump vote. Most gave him a D rating for his presidency, and one gave him a flat-out F. And while it's good that they're realizing it now, let's be honest, the warning signs were there all along. Trump ran on policies that were openly hostile to immigrant communities, promised mass deportations, and built his political career on vilifying Latinos, yet some still bought into the illusion that he cared about the economy, family values, and now they're shocked that ICE raids are ripping apart neighborhoods and that racism and cruelty are more normalized than ever. That is exactly what voting against your own interests look like. This isn't about regret, it's about accountability. Supporting a man who made demonizing Latinos the cornerstone of his politics was never going to end well. And while pretending that it was a gamble worth taking, That was naive at best and self-destructive at worst. So the polling now shows that Trump is bleeding support among Latino men and young Latinos, the very groups he targeted with culture war distractions. And here's the truth. Culture wars don't pay your bills. Empty slogans don't protect families from deportation. Voting for Trump meant empowering someone who weaponized fear against your own community. Okay, so we need to say this bluntly.
Honestly speaking, for me, I believe Trump did what he's supposed to do or what he promised to do. So no surprise for me. No surprise at all. Everything that's going on right now in Minnesota with ICE and all the stuff, with Latino people. By the way, I have a video. Let me see if I still have it. I have a video of black people actually complaining why Latino people. Let me see it here. One moment, I will show it to you guys.
But this has affected so much of my mental health. And I don't want to be weak and cry about it, but sometimes I hold everything and this happens, and I don't have anyone to really talk about it because I feel like I talk about it so much. I talk about it so much to the point where I feel like I'm repeating myself. So I'm just frustrated because the office is closed because of mourning for Jimmy Carter, which we mourn for him, but I just wish I had an email or something because I just show up to basically another closed door temporarily again, and I'm having to reschedule and figure out how I'm gonna do another half month without
work,
the security of my life right now, and then we're gonna get a snowstorm, so it's just like, when can I catch a break?
I don't know.
And so for any of you who have friends or family or even coworkers who have DACA or under DACA, please check in on them, because sometimes it can be really hard and we tend to internalize a lot of our feelings. And be very supportive towards them, because they always have to do above and beyond. And we're grateful, but we always have to go above and beyond. Yeah. And we're never enough for one place or another, so it feels very lonely. But yeah.
I've gotten several messages pretty much saying that we're alone in this fight when it comes to immigration, when it comes to Latinos, that they're not behind us because...
I watched this dude again, right? He was in the airport going to Mexico. Now he's back in the US. Let me know in the comments below. Where is he?
X, Y, and Z. And quite frankly, I'm not surprised. The Democratic Party has a hold on them. The Democratic Party used to have a hold on us. But at the end of the day, we only have our own community to rely on. We can't rely on other groups to help us. And that's how it's been forever. That's why we've been ignored. Latinos for Trump did not vote against our people like they make it seem. Latinos for Trump were just being tired of being ignored. And conservative values is something that runs in our blood. Conservative values is how we grew up. Nuclear family. Common theme amongst not promoting an extreme agenda. What's wrong with that? When content creators tell people to cancel the same people, our community, they're doing nobody a favor. Because not only are they trying to make our community go against each other, but we don't even have support from anybody else in that party. No other group. Just look at the award shows. How many people said we stand with the Latinos? Look at the morning shows. How many people say we stand with the Latinos? Look at the news. Everything else is about everything else. But how many liberal news out there do you see we stand with the Latinos? The only people that stand with the Latinos are the Latinos from both parties. Don't let these few people, extremists, make you believe otherwise.
Okay, y'all, so I just watched 2 different videos of Hispanic women crying. And baby, we're gonna unpack this because I judge. If you are new here, it's your girl Maya Lamisha, favorite cousin on your mama's side, the opinionated stay-at-home mama. Okay, and like I said, I watched 2 different videos of Hispanic women crying. Okay,
Sure.
The first woman, she was crying saying that she regret voting for Trump. She believed everything he said that he was gonna do, and blah 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 blah. I don't know if she watched the same things that I watched, but he already said it was gonna be a mass deportation. I don't understand why they acting all confuzzled like that's not what that man said before he got elected. I heard him say it. I know y'all heard him say it. That's why we said we was gonna mind our 92%, because we heard him say what he was gonna do once he got in office, and now he doing what he said he was gonna do, and now everybody acting confuzzled. I'm confused by your confusion, ma'am. Now the other lady, she is asking for the support of the African American people, because she said back in the day when slavery was happening that some of us ran to Mexico and they gave us shelter, and you never know the way everything going on in the future, we may need Mexico again, is what she said. So she don't understand how we not jumping in to help save them. And from my recollection, black people been considered the bottom of the totem pole for the longest. Even Hispanic people didn't like us that well. It was a whole debacle between being Hispanic and Afro-Latina, because they felt like Afro-Latinas was the bottom of the totem pole. But now you want help from us after we told y'all not to vote for him? We've been asking for decades for people to stand with us and march with us for our rights and Black Lives Matter, and y'all just kept saying all lives matter. But now that it's convenient for y'all want us to say Hispanic lives matters when y'all wouldn't even agree with us that Black lives matter. Again, I'm confused on the confusion about what y'all wanted us to do, because we told y'all we was down the ride and everything, but then when y'all voted for him, when we seen the percentage of how many Hispanic people actually voted for him, we told y'all don't ask us for no help later on. We said this to y'all, but yet now and still y'all want some help from us. We told y'all we was minding our business. I'm confuzzled with you, okay? Now, I'm not saying what he doing is right. I'm not saying that we agree with what he doing. What we saying is we told y'all. So if y'all want any help from us and advice from us, we just gonna tell y'all carry around y'all paperwork, because there's nothing we can do to help y'all, because we told y'all, he told y'all, they told y'all, they all said they was gonna do, and now everybody confused. I'm confused with the confusion. Okay, just carry your paperwork. That's all I can say.
That's true. 100%.
Black Americans have done enough. Okay, Black Americans don't have to be the voice for every single group and every other person. And Black Americans are allowed to be tired, to be like, you know what, y'all figure it out. We told y'all what to do. You didn't want to listen, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And another thing, when it comes to other people using the N-word, this is why I say that there is no black and brown. I'm just going to be honest, there is no such thing as black and brown as a collective, because you have people like this, and I don't understand why a lot of them feel so comfortable using this. Well, we are not the same people. We are not the same people, and that's a black man, whether you like what he's doing, which is his job, whether you like that he's doing his job, he's doing his job, and you're saying, oh, I'll spit in your food and I'll do this to you and blah, and then you using the N-word, bro. This what I be talking about. So like, nah, bro, ain't no such thing as a collective. Ain't no such thing as black and brown. And honestly, we know how a lot of people feel about us as black folks anyway. So again, I don't have, if we say we're opting out and we don't want to speak on what's going on, we don't have to. Because one thing I know is when something happens to black folks, where y'all gonna be? Are y'all gonna lift y'all voices up? No, you're not. As a collective, no, you're not. You're not. Because historically, you never.
Doesn't believe that Oklahoma is trying to pass a bill that would just label Hispanics as terrorists.
I want my Latinos to listen to this message loud and clear.
Yeah.
And that includes all of you Latinos who think you're fucking white, because this pertains to you too. Unless you're sleeping under a rock or you're just dead to reality, there is a consistent theme going against Latinos with Republicans right now. And it's getting louder by the fucking day. First, it was that we are invading this country. And this isn't just immigrants. They're talking about all fucking Latinos, okay? Every one of us, not just immigrants. First, we're invading this country. Now we are poisoning the blood of this country. These extreme right laws that are being passed in Florida and Texas and I think Kansas to give power to cops to harass any Latino they think might be an immigrant so they can deport them, kicking out federal border patrol agents off the Texas border and replacing them with Texas National Guard so they can watch them drown in the Rio Grande. The rhetoric against Latinos is growing louder every fucking day. Oh, and I forgot to mention the constant talk about invading Mexico. The first day of their presidency. This is a presidential campaign rhetoric. The first day they are going to invade Mexico. So we're invading Mexico because immigrants, Latinos are invading this country. They're poisoning the blood of this country. Let's give cops endless surmountable power to harass us, take us in, take us across the border. And now they're passing bills calling us fucking terrorists. If you think this shit isn't going to touch you, you are in for a
long during this ridiculous press conference.
Long journey.
A frustrated Latino voter, I guess, for Donald Trump is somehow upset that because the government is closed down, she will not be able to go celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month with Donald Trump. She's throwing a fit.
Bianca Gracia here, and I have a question. This week, the Democrats have chosen...
Alright guys, this is almost 1 hour for me just simply reacting. You guys asked for it and I gave it to you guys. So it's a challenge that was so hard for me because now it's almost 5 a.m. and I've been watching this the whole night and I need to edit that real quick for you guys because I'm posting it today, and I post 2 videos a day, one at 12 and one at 6 p.m. Wow, this was crazy. Just listening to this, I can't wait for me to just cut part of it and, you know, make shorts because so many to unpack, so many things to talk about, break down. I didn't want just me to talk. I just want the video to talk by itself. And you guys will let me know in the comment section down below. But hey, listen, what about the rest of us? You know, my significant other, she's from, feel me? But hey, bruh, I don't know about that, bruh. Alright, so if you're new on this channel, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and please you know, let me know if you subscribe. Say, hey, I just subscribed, so we can exchange. I want to be a family with you guys. I want to create a family and create a conversation that will be for a very long time, because I just started 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago today, which is 21 days. I started since January 1st officially, but I've been on YouTube maybe just posting random stuff and I never cared about that. Yeah, so we're here, man. We're here making for, I can't wait for the end of the month. You know, we've been making more than 100,000 views combined with short videos that I post pretty much every single day, like 7 of them or something. And well, we are trying to be consistent. I know it's still in the beginning. YouTube is still trying out to see where my style is and everything, my audience. But hey, I'm interested in things like this, society. I was not born in America, but I'm so interested into the geopolitical and social issues and everything like that. So we're going to really talk about all these things, and I'm so excited. I can't wait for 6 months, feel me? We'll grow the channel, maybe 5,000 subscribers or something like that. We'll go crazy, and by the end of the year, maybe 20,000 subscribers, feel me? So we are getting there. So it's gonna be a good journey. I can't wait, because I'll be posting, I think, all the videos in my account. I think maybe 300. No, it would be 600. It would be 700-800 videos this year. That's a lot of videos. That's a lot of it. That's my goal. But I'm looking for quality videos. Reason why I always ask you guys to send me the videos, and pretty much I think 5% of the videos that you guys have been sending me have been doing great. So keep on sending me more videos. Keep on supporting the channel. man, it's great, man. It's a great life to just sit here and, you know, to learn and to talk to you guys. It's a great feeling. So I'm super happy, super excited. And if you ever want to open your own YouTube channel and you need motivation, pretty soon, if you know, after 1 month, there is a section in YouTube called course. I'm gonna have a project for that specific section that I'm going to talk about in the coming weeks, because it will be next month of February. So yeah, and some live stream coming in this summertime, from July, I think June, July, August, those 3 months. Oh my gracious, it will be crazy, like videos, crazy. Oh man, I can't wait. I just can't wait. Okay, we need to talk about all these things are very, very, very important. So yeah, like I said, if you are new on this channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.
Eloheise Network, shining bright Jackson.